So Fate Strange Fake Episode 1 is officially here. Now I know it got released somehow earlier. I'm not sure if it was a streaming event or something, but it was up online with even a dub if I'm not mistaken. But December 31st, 2024 was the official Episode 1 release date. And we know that apparently it's coming back in 2025, but who knows when? Behind the scenes, there's some rumblings that production's not good for this one. So kind of the joke online has been once a year we get an episode. But the thing about it is, despite how popular Fate is, there's potential for this to crash out and burn, not because of production, but because of viewership. Now, a lot of people will probably check this first episode out. They might not have even seen Whispers of Dawn, which is essentially episode 0 of this anime. But they'll jump into episode 1 because it's Fate. And then they'll realize that apparently we gotta come back. But if it continues to happen, people are not gonna discuss this one until it's over. And that could really kill viewership and discussion for this show. And I hope it doesn't happen, because from what I'm seeing now, granted, I'll be the first to admit, I haven't rewatched Whispers of Dawn. I plan to do that when the show is officially starting. But episode 1 has a lot of little details that already make it feel like a very unique Fate anime. And if they commit to it and it gets the quality production it deserves, we could be dealing with one of the best Fate anime in years. But the kind of back and forth of, because I don't know, I guess I walked into this episode thinking it was a long episode. Like, I thought it was going to be like a 40 to 60 minute episode, just given the fact that we're only getting one episode for now. And the fact that it's a single episode, it was like a 10 out of 10 episode. But if, we come out spring, summer, fall of next year, and they get 3 episodes in and it already gets delayed again, which is what I fear is going to happen. God damn. I'm going to cross my fingers, because everything I'm seeing from this, it's so freaking fun. I mean, you arrest a servant in the first episode. I don't recall that ever happening before. Set in America, it's got such a unique twist, but god damn. The yearly tradition of 1 episode per year needs to stop if they're just literally going to air a singular episode, because otherwise, even diehard fans like myself are going to tap out until the whole thing's over. But this shit's be good so far. It's concerning about these release patterns and the rumblings of production issues behind the scenes. Now, of course, I have full live reactions to all this Fate Strange Fake over on my Patreon. If you want to see my full and good thought to any of this, it's going to be over there exclusively. So, a lot of cool things. What I like about this is this episode, and from what I can remember with Whispers of Dawn, it's very cinematic. Like, it does have that high quality Fate feel. Now, is it like Unorthodox? No, but it still feels very, very solid. And I think there's a lot of little narrative points that really only a franchise like Fate can really get across. And you can look at Waver as an example. So he brings up the fact that, essentially we're in a situation where we could be dealing with a group who want to mass produce Holy Grail Wars, which is an insane idea in of itself. But most importantly, there's almost like a divide of people who are, desperately fighting for their life, fighting for a cause, fighting for whatever it is they are to get that wish, and then another side that could be using it for entertainment. Basically a sporting event in a lot of ways, just for laughs, just for entertainment. And that's a really messed up concept given what we know about Holy Grail Wars. And if this is your first Fate experience, I mean, people fighting for the death for a chance at, a wish, I mean, yeah, that's not entertainment. That's literally familias, families, and clans training their whole generation for a moment like this for whatever their belief is. That's not really a fun day out, going to an amusement park. A lot of the things that happen in this episode, they're so subtly different, but it plays off of stuff that I do remember liking from Whispers of Dawn. Like the idea that in Whispers of Dawn, there's a moment where, while there has been guns in Fate before, never quite to this degree where America and just pops up and blasts fools. Because it just kind of changes the tug and war balance of what is powerful. And what ends up happening near the end of episode 1 is we have our girl who, I misread the scene at first, because essentially I'm pretty sure who is assassin pops up and skewers a fool, pierces, holds the heart, and I'm just like, that's badass. And I'm thinking, oh, that's a very interesting kind of contrast. very timid, shy girl summoning assassin. No, that wasn't her. She summoned Saber, as per usual. It's a variant of Saber, of course, you know, Arthur Pendragon. Dude has charisma out the ass. Like, he's gonna give Gilgamesh a run for his money, if we're being frank. Now, this isn't me saying he's gonna surpass Gilgamesh, but I mean, the dude has the VA and the aura to back it. So they end up, you know, jumped by the police force, and literally, we arrest a servant. Like, I'm just imagining what would have happened if, like, you know, Ryder from Fate Zero got arrested. Like, that would have just been funny. But it's so freaking good. It's so fresh while staying true to that formula. And I think, yes, the more Fate you've experienced, the more connections you have to characters like Waver, right? You know, or even if you watched his kind of spin-off anime, the case study one, which was kind of like a Fate kind of mystery case study. That's really what it was. It was really cool. Underappreciated, underwatched, but cool. The more you watch, the more you're going to have connection with all these characters. But the great thing about Fate is you can kind of pick up anywhere, and it is going to be a story that you can follow. And that's just what's so cool about it. I mean, the production, I'm not going to say every single shot was like, damn, that's movie quality, but there was a lot of cinematics to this episode that really hooked you in and made you feel closer to a movie. And I think when you look at the people behind it, the people who wrote it, like, this does have potential to be one of, if not the best Fate anime. Will it? I have no damn idea. I hope that whenever they officially announce the release date, and I swear to God, we better not hear episode 2, December 31st, 2025. And if that happens, please, for the love of God, mean that's when it's actually continuing. Because most people, well, probably didn't even know Whispers of Dawn came out. If you're looking at your average anime fan, they have no idea there's even an episode 0. Unless, like, they load up their Crunchyroll queue and they say, what the hell? But here's the thing about it, right? A series as popular as this can survive delays. The thing is like, it's not really a delay because they're just doing a really unorthodox release pattern. But yeah, like, if episode 2 comes out and we get a couple episodes before production crashes, like, it's gonna kill excitement. And I think with how much they're pouring into their writing already, you can see the unique take of a Holy Grail War already feeling vastly different. The setting alone, setting it in America, Las Vegas, is really interesting just for how different of a feeling it is compared to our traditional Holy Grail Wars. Add in that kind of complexity of certain sides treating it more like, well, you know, a game entertainment, you know, versus the classical ideology of the Grail Wars mass produced. It's just, there's so much here, and it was a really good episode. And while I remember I had a lot of excitement with Whispers of Dawn, I don't know, there's something about seeing what we saw here more on the fundamentals of what makes this Holy Grail War what it is. And then, like, you end the, like, after the credits, there's like these two priests and mechanical arm. I don't even know what the hell he did with that poker chip, but that shit was not what I was expecting. I need more. Just for the love of God, just a consistent release pattern, please and thank you. I would have, like, much preferred we got Whisper of Dawn last year and they just didn't air this episode until they were ready to release the full thing. But I think it's probably something to do with keeping excitement slightly there. But I think if you continue to do it for too long, eventually that no longer works in your favor and it just kills excitement, you know? But I thought this was a great first episode. Let me know what you thought down below, whether if you checked it out today or if you checked it out earlier. What are you thinking and how excited are you for episode 2 whenever we see it apparently next year? Your thoughts down below. Be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new around here, of course, ring that bell, and like a match. Got those full live reactions over on Patreon, and hey, while you're over there, I'll also give you a video shout out. So today we got Furno19, Pixel Caliber, Sign, Teeny Bopper, and we also have Ashless. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care. You know, have a good one.